This is Remote Learning Initiative by Set Vidya Mandir English High School, Vasai East. I am Rita Palo, your science teacher, and let us proceed with the chapter Air and Water. See it in detail now. Sedimentation and decantation. Water with insoluble substance is kept in the beaker for some time. The mud settles down at the bottom of the container and sediments. The clean water can be poured out into a separate container. This process is called decantation. The first two process is the sedimentation process, and third one and fourth one is the process of decantation. Now you can see the another method, that is the process of filtration. Here what is there? We need a stand. We need a clean water beaker, we need a beaker, we need filter paper, we need a funnel and glass rod, right? So what the filter paper is, it is folded in a cone shape and put in the funnel. Down the a container is kept where we can get the clean water, and from up with on the filter paper in the funnel, the filter paper is kept in the funnel. That funnel is attached to the stand. So now in that funnel where the filter paper is kept, water is being put slowly. So what will happen? The water will get filtered and get collected in the down container, and the impurities will lie on the filter paper. Filtration. Separation of insoluble impurities with the help of filter paper is called filtration. In the process of filtration, a circular piece of filter paper is folded twice to make a cone shape. This paper cone is kept inside the funnel. A beaker is kept between the funnel and the mixture with the insoluble impurity like sand, chalk, etc. is poured into the beaker through the funnel. So the impurities which is left in the filter paper and the clean water is poured in the beaker. Next process is of evaporation. Now sedimentation and decantation and filtration was the process for insoluble impurities. But here evaporation is the process for soluble impurities. Like if I have a salt water, right? Water is there in which too much of salt is been there. I want to separate salt and water. So I can separate it by the process of evaporation. We have to heat the salt water with a burner, and when the water gets evaporated, at last the sand or the salt particles lie in the bottom. Water with impurities is boiled and water evaporates. Impurity remains in the beaker. Evaporation process: heating impure salt water, collecting the water vapor. By cooling the vapor, we get clean water. As collecting the vapor is very difficult, this method is usually used to collect the solution. Now the last method, that is distillation. You can see here so many stands and everything is there. One side the impure water is being heated. That vapor goes in the another beaker, that is water outlet one, and then it is collected into the another conical flask, right? So when we are heating the impure water, the water evaporates. After evaporating, it becomes steam. That steam is not allowed to go out. Instead of going out, what it will become? It will go from the beaker to the small test tube types, and then it will get collected into the conical flask. So that is known as, that water is distilled water. We can do this experiment at home also with another method, that is we have done in standard 4th also. Take heat water, and it is there in your textbook also. Take water, put it on the stove and heat it. When water will evaporate, means boil, it will give steam. So keep a lid on it and keep some ice cubes on that. So when the water converts into the steam will get converted into water vapor, and then when it will cool down, you have to collect it into another beaker. So that water you can drink. So that is the process of distillation. Distillation, the impure water taken in a flask is heated. On heating, water is converted into steam and the impurities are left behind. When the steam is cooled after passing through the condenser, it is collected in another beaker. Now there are some other methods of purification which was used by our ancestors, that is our village people, villagers, or before these purifiers and all were there, we were using different methods of purification of water. The best method of purifying water is boiling. Drink boiled water. In this COVID situation also we drink kadhas, boiled water for avoiding the corona. Even people were using muslin cloth to purify the water. This was also one method of purification. You can see in your textbook also it is given 3-pot water filtration. The pots were there. Upper pot was containing some charcoal, then some marble clips, then white brands. Then water will be put from the upper part, and holes were being done in each of the pot. So drop the water was been falling into from the first pot to the second pot, from the second pot to the third pot, from the third pot to the fourth pot. And the fourth pot was having clean water, and a tap was being attached to it from where you can remove water and drink it. Potable water. Potable water means the water which is able to drink. Water fit for drinking is known as potable water. Some of the chemicals used to kill the germ in water are chlorine and potassium permanganate. We add chlorine and potassium permanganate in water to kill the germs in the water. Water treated with chlorine is known as chlorinated water.